In today's video, we are going to show you why we remain optimistic about the entire crypto ecosystem. We will also explain the importance of these key structures in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Let's start by analyzing Ethereum. As you know, we remain optimistic, and we've been this way for quite some time. We have reasons for this optimism because on a macro level, we are experiencing an upward phase, a bullish pattern. This phase has given us this sudden upward movement, which we still consider to be alive. Why do I say this? Let's zoom in a bit. If we pay close attention here, we see its guideline, which is still intact. This implies that our bullish phase is still valid. This is why we continue to look upward, both in the medium and long term. Now, if we focus on the end of this phase in more detail, we can also observe that the break in the wedge has left us with a bearish impulse. As you might expect, we are evaluating the beginning of a new corrective phase for this bearish move. This could lead to the probable start of a new upward phase, which in this case would be on a smaller scale. However, it would still be a micro bullish phase within a larger macro one. This gives us even more strength to maintain an upward outlook. As you can see here, we have a defense zone related to this micro distribution process. These are sellers defending their positions. We know what happens when a defense zone is lost. If no one is defending this area anymore, the price is likely to gain even more upward momentum. Finally, let's analyze the delta and the volume. As you know, we like to measure effort against results. Here, after this bearish effort, the result simply retraces back. This shows us absorption. We can also see a delta indicating strong selling intentions with high volume compared to previous movements. Despite this selling effort with significant volume, the downward movement does not succeed. Instead, the price immediately reacts upward. This confirms that we are seeing absorption. This, in turn, gives us even more reason to believe that a strong bullish impulse could occur at any moment, just as we've been predicting. Let's see what Solana tells us. In this case, we are also experiencing a macro bullish phase that is unfolding in the form of a wedge. This wedge remains intact. It has not been broken or collapsed yet. As we always say, we never try to reverse a bullish phase. Instead, we follow its movement. Zooming into the final part of this wedge on the 1-hour chart, we can identify this defense zone. This is a defense zone we have been analyzing for a few days, and yesterday it gave us the entry opportunity we had been waiting for. Towards the end of this move, just like with Ethereum, we are evaluating the formation of an accumulation process. We are waiting for it to develop further, and at some point we expect it to break upward, continuing the progress of this wedge within our bullish phase. Now, let's move on to the beam chart. But first,
welcome to Crypto Insight, your ethical and moral channel for cryptocurrency technical analysis. Here, we really know what we're talking about. We conduct advanced technical analysis that has been developed for over 12 years. We upload videos several times a week. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, let me know and leave a comment with your opinion. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell so you don't miss the next opportunity.
on the screen, we have the beam chart on a 4-hour time frame. It may look like there are a lot of lines and drawings, but we'll explain each of these structures that we consider crucial for analyzing this asset. We recently experienced a bullish accumulation process that has already broken upward. This accumulation phase followed all the steps of the wick-off process, but we covered that in another video. To summarize, it's about absorption, and more absorption, leading to a supply line before breaking upward. The flat pattern we are currently seeing aims to create confusion. It is normal for some investors to feel frustrated during this phase. This confusion fulfills its purpose, allowing smart money to take a clear direction without retail investors. What is happening here is a filtering process for retail traders. According to the theory, after this, the price movements tend to be abrupt. Therefore, we are waiting for the flat pattern to resolve and for the price to rise, fulfilling the goal of this entire bullish accumulation process. However, nothing is exact. We need to keep an open mind, which is why we've drawn blue lines. If the price falls, it wouldn't be catastrophic. It would simply represent a liquidity entry into the structure before resuming the upward trend. To track the price, we are using these blue rectangles, which represent the high volume zones of the entire preceding accumulation process. That is why we consider them so essential. Now, let's see what the Cardano chart shows us. We are following a 4-hour time frame, and as you know, we were monitoring the price within this descending channel. The price has definitively broken upward and done so abruptly, with a significant impulse. Now, you may be wondering how we will continue tracking this price. Let's move to the 1-hour time frame. What can we observe here? We will use a structure we have been applying for some time, which tends to work well. This is an inverse corrective pattern. Here we see a movement that the structure will attempt to correct. For this, we have the guideline of this corrective pattern, which we are analyzing. Afterward, we can proceed to label it. We identify a W, a weak Y, and a Z, which we believe is still forming. We will wait for this Z to continue developing and give us the upward impulse we've been discussing. Now, let's move on to the DOT chart, also on a 4-hour time frame. As our longtime followers might recall, we were analyzing this descending wedge. Notice how it broke upward with great strength. Zooming into the end of this wedge, we can also see this creek, which indicates a bullish accumulation process. This process has already broken upward, and after a brief pullback, it gave us another upward impulse. We will continue to monitor this accumulation process and expect it to drive the price higher. Zooming in on the most recent price action, we will show you the structures we are using to track DOT. This includes this defense zone we have marked, which the price is already confirmed. As I mentioned earlier with Bean, the same principle applies here. If the price dips, let's not be alarmed. Simply follow it with this structure. Now, let's analyze Bitcoin. But first, if you want to be part of Crypto Insight Premium, where I tell you our members are constantly improving, you can do so through this access form. You'll need to be a user of BitUnix or BuyDefi with our referral code, have deposited a minimum of $100 in cryptocurrencies into your account, and use this account as your main futures trading account. This is essential to stay in the group, as will be explained later. Once you meet these 3 requirements, you can fill out the form, which asks you about 5 or 6 questions. You'll find this form in the description and in the pinned comment of this video. Our friends at BitUnix have an active promotion for the Crypto Insight community. That's really interesting. If you deposit $100, they'll give you $25 in futures bonuses. If you deposit $300, you'll get $45. And if you deposit $500, they'll give you $75. You can find all the information about this promotion for new users on their website. I'll leave the link in the description and in the pinned comment of this video. To trade futures on BitUnix, all you have to do is go to the futures section. On their platform, you'll find a huge variety of assets to trade with and from, whether the price goes up or down. They also have a very advanced trading panel, so don't hesitate to join Bitcoin, which will give you access to Crypto Insight Premium. Remember, BitUnix doesn't require KYC personal identification, and you can access it from anywhere in the world without needing a VPN. And keep in mind that at BuyDefi, you can also perform your futures trades in the USDTM derivatives section. In the same way, you'll find an immense number of assets to trade with, and their platform is highly competitive, which again allows you to access Crypto Insight Premium. As promised, let's dive into the Bitcoin chart. On the screen, we have the daily chart. Look at how we are positioned right at the top of this ascending channel, which we have been monitoring for quite some time. And yes, we remain positive about Bitcoin and the entire crypto ecosystem. Let's zoom in on that strong impulse to analyze it more closely and see what insights we can gain. As you can see, we are already working with this impulse channel structure, so it wouldn't be surprising to see the formation of a range followed by a climactic action. This climactic action aligns with the optimism we have for the entire market and the bullish phases that continue to develop. Let's not forget that Bitcoin is also in a macro bullish phase, but we won't dwell on that because we've covered it several times in different videos. So, as we just mentioned, we are expecting Bitcoin to continue its upward path. When combined with cross-analysis from other assets, this makes a lot of sense. We're coming from a macro bullish phase, bullish accumulation processes, and smaller bullish phases. All of this helps us remain optimistic about the market and maintain a bullish outlook. Of course, we also have structures to support the price, and in this case, it's this defense zone we have marked here. So, what are we expecting? As I just said, we are waiting for the price to develop upward. But if this ascending channel we see here were to break downward, it's not a problem. We remain positive because everything we are discussing here is focused on the medium and long term. If the price were to fall through this zone, there's no need to panic. Keep your focus on the upside. If you enjoyed this advanced technical analysis, let me know in the comments. Also, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss future analyses. Share this video with your friends and other trading and cryptocurrency communities to help more people improve their trading strategies. Good luck with your positions, and see you next time.